First time that I'm interacting with members of the National Assembly in a formal setting such as this, because it has also been my desire to understand how you people process things, how you understand things, your view of the world. I am happy that my member of parliament from Busia has brought up the issue of clean hands. He's asking us to speak to governors. I don't know if I can also give him a message to the president, because under the constitution it is the National Assembly that oversees the national government, and I am sure that is not the spirit of this conversation. Honorable Chair, also let me disclose that as a senator I feel at a great disadvantage sitting with members of the National Assembly who I believe have more information than I do when it comes to the budget making process. And especially the chair of budget being here, I have heard you throwing around numbers and figures. I don't know where you're getting those things from. I'm sure you'll tell me, because you've done this thing all your life, you know those figures at the fingertips. But here in the Senate, we insist on documents. When you make a reference to a figure, you must show us, because I will be very open with you. We don't trust you. We don't trust members of the National Assembly because we believe you have more information than us and you're not putting all the cards to the table. I understand why this issue of the RMLF is very touchy to the members of the National Assembly. And Honorable Undo, you know me, I am a very straightforward person. I know why you people are upset with this question of RMLF. But if we get into those things, I don't believe we are going to get to where we are. First of all, Chair, we had struggled here in the Senate with the provisions of Article 218, and I am happy that the party leader for MDG is my senior-in-law. Yes, maybe he can guide me on the understanding of the National Assembly of Article 218, because for us in the Senate, we started our objections to the amendments proposed by the National Assembly from that particular article, that we believe that the Constitution anticipates only one annual division of and allocation of revenue bill, only one in a financial year. So that if you come back to us with anything else you are calling an annual division of revenue bill, we have every right to reject it. Number two, Honorable Chair, we are persuaded by constitutional institutions who know better than us. Here in the Senate, we are guided by the Commission on Revenue Allocation, because they have the tools to be able to see where people are hiding figures. Because when the chair throws around figures like that, I know he wants to confuse lawyers like myself, who have never seen that budget, the national budget, or to intimidate members of the Senate who might not have interacted with these figures. But those commissions exist to guide institutions such as the Senate. So when you are reeling off these numbers, Honorable Chair, we want to understand where are you getting these figures, yet the CRA has given us a different perspective. Year on year, if you compare the growth in the national government allocation vis-a-vis the growth in the allocation to the counties expressed as a percentage, even in this financial year before the things you said happened, the growth in the national government allocation of over 371 billion represents 17.1%, and compare that to the 4.3% marginal increase that you had sent to the county governments is a problem for us, and maybe this forum will provide an opportunity for you to educate us on the thinking in the National Assembly. As a fundamental principle, the Senate will never in any financial year agree to a reduction of the amount below the previous financial year. I think that is something we must understand from the beginning. So if we were at 385 last year, I want to know the thinking behind the National Assembly deciding that we can actually defund counties by returning the figure below what we achieved in the last financial year. You have spoken about the the finance bill of 2024. I am also aware, Honorable Chair, that the courts have actually upheld the finance bill of 2023, and it is what is in operation. So we want to understand the justification of you going below 385 in your proposals, below what was actually there in the financial year previous to this. So, Honorable Chair, if you address some of those concerns, and we ask for objectivity, because without objectivity we will not be able to move. I'm not very familiar with the standing orders in the National Assembly, but the preliminary objection that has been brought by the Member of Parliament from Soy, I tried to help you in the opening remarks. Our standing orders require that if you are going to raise an objection on sub judice, it is you to bring the evidence, that is the actual pleadings in the case and any judgments or rulings that have been given, so that we are able to distinguish the matter from any other matter. Because in my understanding, the RMLF dispute is a different dispute regarding a different act of parliament. This discussion here is a discussion of the money, and we know, Honorable Soy, why. I have said we know why you are raising this objection on RMLF. So it is not the Senate. It is not the Senate, Honorable Chair. The MP, Mheshimiwa Undo, knows that even his governor, I don't speak to him. I have actually been stoned by his governor in Busia. And we don't have engagements every day with our governors. The last time I saw my governor is, I think, almost 6 months ago. So we do our job here, given under the mandate we've been given by the Constitution. It is not necessarily that we are representatives of governors or that they are our friends or that we talk every day. But just delivering a message, I am sure you and me will be at a forum this weekend. And even you can tell him that you are unhappy with the fact that the Council of Governors chose to take this matter to the courts. We have various avenues to deliver that message. It cannot be a hindrance to this process.